Game is Cybertrash Statyx, a run-and-gun game with a greater emphasis on narrative. You start off in this facility where you are clearly a test subject of some kind. The main character has lost her memory, and you are in a hospital under the ruse of trying to cure some kind of virus and restore your memories. In between levels, you find yourself back at this facility where the story gets fleshed out. Your character also goes to bed every night, which triggers some kind of memory cutscene that has you playing some event in her past. It's interesting enough to get the job done, but the dialogue, well, there's just something off about the dialogue. I don't know if it's a bad translation, bad writing, or just bad English, but the characters just kind of say things that just don't sound natural. I personally did not find this detracted from the game, as I would always get a little chuckle out of a poorly worded sentence, but it may be annoying for some people. The game describes itself as a tactical shooter. Honestly, I have no idea what that meant. When I think of a tactical shooter, I think of XCOM, and this game looks more like Contra and has nothing in common with XCOM. But once I started playing it, I kind of understood what they meant when they described it as a tactical shooter. Despite its similarities in appearance to something like a Contra or a Metal Slug, this is not a game where you could just always go in guns blazing. You have to use the environments to your advantage, as well as know when to dodge. You kind of go at it slow and steady. You get into a nicer rhythm as you play, and although I didn't find it too challenging, it was also just very cathartic. I just wanted to keep playing, as it was just really satisfying running around blowing up enemies. The game just has a nice feel. It just feels different enough from others in the genre to set it apart. There's an upgrade system here as well. As you kill enemies, you acquire experience, and you can use that experience to upgrade your attributes. Although for the most part you'll be buying levels. Killing enemies accumulates experience really slowly, but you can collect money and buy levels, which is the bulk of my leveling came from. Each level upgrade is pretty minor, but over time you do feel the difference, as your character will shoot faster, jump higher, and be able to dodge more bullets. Bosses here are generally pretty weak. The first boss at first seemed really hard, as he throws grenades, he showers you in bullets and just jumping all over the screen. But eventually, I realized that I could just stand in the corner, safely out of the reach of his grenades, and then as he leapt near me, he would always be facing the opposite direction. So I'd just shoot him in the back till he jumped away, then wait patiently for him to jump next to me again, and repeat until he died. It was a laughable battle, and most of the other bosses really just require you to duck, shoot, and occasionally slide out of the way. I enjoyed my time with this game. The story has nothing to write home about, but it moves things along. The gameplay was really enjoyable. It was one of those games I just did not want to put down until it was over. It may not be for everyone, but for the asking price of $5, it's definitely worth checking out.